Who's starting?
Good afternoon. Welcome to another episode of the Norfolk Girls Knitting Podcast. My name is Amanda.
And I'm Shannon.
And together we're Norfolk Girls Knitting. You can find us on all the usual social medias, Instagram.
You say all of them, we've literally just got Instagram. Or YouTube.
Instagram and YouTube. And then I'm Miss Mandy Lou, also on Instagram and Ravelry.
And I am Blue Fern Yarns on Instagram, Facebook, Ravelry, and I have a website which is bluefernyarns.co.uk.
Blimey.
Feels a bit weird, it's because we missed a month.
Yeah, we missed a month. I was busy having job interviews. So I now do actually have a job. I've been offered a job, so
Haven't got a starting date yet.
haven't got a start date yet. But so I've still got some time to knit before I start, because it's likely to be quite a while because of the organisation that I'm going to work for. But there you go. What have you been up to?
I'm literally just trying to think what I've been doing.
EAYF?
I did the EAYF show, which was a lot of fun. Fantastic weekend. Thank you to everyone who popped by, said hello, gave me a hug, squished some yarn, maybe even purchased some yarn or a redesign bag, because we did have a few of those.
Yeah.
It was a fantastic weekend.
I got to meet Mr. West.
Yeah, he was there. I got to meet him again. He recognised my shawl.
I was walking down one of the aisles at EAYF and I had on the shifting chevron shawl that we showed you in the last podcast. It's pink.
Did we?
Yeah.
Why did we show it last time?
Because you went and got it.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Anyway, so I think we were saying about what's the different sizes shawls that we were. Who knows? We just go and do stuff anyway.
Tangent.
whatever takes our fancy. But I was wearing that, and I was walking down one of the aisles, and he sort of stepped out in front of me. He said, "I'm going to have to stop you there. I need a photo."
He took it off and tried to give it
So
to him.
I,
He was like, no.
I took it off and I gave it to him. I went, "There you go." Then he went, "No, that's not how we do things." So that was on the Saturday, and then I met him again on the Sunday, and I got a couple of books, and he signed them.
I didn't get around to look at the books.
Yeah.
I was literally stopped by for 5 minutes and
so he started.
then had to run off again.
He started doing these like mini booklets, so you have about 3 patterns in each one, and I got the brioche shawls and the 5 skein fade shawl book, but there's loads of different ones.
I want to see that one.
Well, you can see it after we're finished.
Okay.
But yeah.
What else have I been up to? I haven't been up to much else. I've been saving and planning because I am currently having my garden worked on, which is why we're in a new location. So we're actually at Mum's place.
Yes.
Yeah. Go on.
So as I've said previously, I live in a mobile home, caravan, whatever you want to call it, over near the coast. So I'm a couple of miles from Galston, which is probably
Not far from Great Yarmouth.
it's not. It's between Great Yarmouth and Lowestoft, and Lowestoft is the furthest east
point
of the British Isles.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
I don't know. I know I'm doing the British Isles Club, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's the easternmost point. So
yeah.
I'm over near. I'm literally a couple of miles from the sea, and it's beautiful.
Yeah, we've got a lovely day today, haven't we? We're British, so we've got to talk about the weather.
Gorgeous sunshiny day.
Lovely day.
I've got kind of like quite thick. Is it foil curtains? They're like net curtains over the windows because otherwise
call them net curtains.
Otherwise it kind of like it gets too hot. It kind of like shades it a little bit. But it's
missed some of your yarn in the boxes.
Oh yes. But so we've
I'll explain in a sec.
So we've got a beautiful day. I had some garden furniture being delivered this morning, so Shannon's put that together for me.
Yep.
And it's all out on my deck.
Got a nice little rug out there. You've got table, chairs. You've got 2 other chairs that I don't like the look of, but they are actually really comfy to sit on.
And yeah, so pretty soon, i.e. tomorrow morning, I'll be out there with my cup of coffee. Yeah, so yeah, it's been good.
We've also done a huge amount of sorting on your yarn, haven't we? Which is what I pointed out. I found some more boxes over there with some of your Karisma yarn in, so it's not in your Karisma bag anymore.
I can put that in.
So we've sorted out a lot of Mum's yarn, and behind you there are 3 shopper bags full of yarn that you're destashing.
Yes, so that will be going up sort of, I might do a bag at a time.
Yeah, a bit overwhelming to do all of that.
Because there's so much, there is so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, just put it on.
Beautiful stuff. I pinched some as well. We do this, don't we? We're like, I help you do your yarn, then you help me do my yarn, and then we both go home with each other's yarn. And it's like, I'm trying to decrease the amount of yarn I've got, not increase it.
Shannon did laugh actually, because
I've got a kilo of white there.
Yeah, when she was laughing earlier because it was all in the bottom of my bed. I've got one of those Ottoman beds, and I got some of it out, and she said, "Oh, well, I thought I had a lot, and I've got mine in 2 cupboards." And I'm like, "This is about a third of what I've just got out. We've still got more to come." So
it's a big continuous stashes at some point.
Yeah. So, but at the moment, I've got 3 of the sort of bag for life shopping bags that are chock-a-block full. So I'll start doing that probably at the weekend.
I'm going to show these guys my garden because I took a photo. I mean, it's going to look a little bit different today because they'll have done some more work.
So you can't actually get into your studio at the moment, can you?
No, so I can't get into my studio. I can't dye yarn, so I don't know what to do with myself. Hence the reason I'm gate crashing Mum's place for tonight.
She bought chili for tea as well.
Chili and jacket potato. Have you got cheese?
Do I have cheese?
Oh, okay, just checking. Just checking. But yeah, this is the state of my garden at the moment. Hopefully that's not too shiny.
If it is too shiny, send me the picture and I'll put it on.
Yeah. Oh well. You didn't do it.
Oh.
Yeah, so that is my garden. I won't show you the front of the house because that just looks awful. So yeah, I had a wall at the front of my house, that's now gone. I had a tree at the front of my house, that's now gone. It was not a nice tree, it was a conifer tree.
It was a conifer, but it was kind of like pushing against the wall, wasn't it? And made the wall really wobbly.
They took the whole wall down with no tools needed whatsoever. They were like literally grabbing the bricks. They literally just fell apart. I am surprised that it didn't fall over in all the winds that we had.
Yeah.
And then obviously my garden is being gutted. I'm getting proper plumbing from my studio rather than using hoses. So hopefully next winter I don't get kicked out of my studio because I can't use the water.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's happening at the moment,
Yeah.
which I'm excited about. And then I'll be able to set my garden up, have a nice table and chairs and whatnot. So I'm really excited.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, so
on to the...
Yeah, what have you got? I've got one FO.
I've just got knitting today. So I have got 3 FOs and 3 whips.
Okay, I've got knitting and crochet and I have got 1 FO and 3 whips. So go first.
Okie dokie. So as from the last one, I was doing a few test knits. I've now finished them and they were on display at EAYF. So if you were there, you saw them. I'm not putting them on because it's too hot.
It is really, really warm.
So the very first one is the Ribling by Penrose.
The pattern's now out.
I don't think it is.
Oh, I thought it was coming out on Monday.
Yeah, I don't think it has been.
Okay,
It's
we'll
not quite.
find out when it's coming out and
Yeah.
Mum will put it on the screen.
Yeah.
Because she does the editing.
So this is mine.
Hang on. Okay, I'm going to bring it back a bit so they can actually see.
So I made this using Shannon's Yak Luxe DK, which is a mix of merino.
Do you know percentages?
60% merino, 20% yak and 20% silk.
Yep, nailed it. You're hired.
And I use the After Dark colourway as the main colour and then the Hunt for the stripes.
It's looking a little bit pale on screen compared to real life, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it's not. It's a tiny bit pale. It's not too far off.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's quite heavy.
It's a heavy jumper. It's very
Do you
heavy.
know how many skeins you used?
7, I think.
So yeah.
And
What size?
I think I made the 7th size. But it's the best fitting jumper that I have ever made, and it's down to this construction on the sleeves.
That shows it off really well, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So you've got these like lines
So
here.
at the beginning, what you're
putting-
doing is you're increasing this side for the front, for the back, and then the front, but you're not putting any increases on for the sleeves.
On for the shoulders, isn't it?
So this is for the shoulders, and then basically what you do is you keep going along until you've come to your shoulder tip, and then you start increasing out for the sleeves. So when
It's almost like a raglan just there, isn't it?
yeah, so when you look at it from the front, it looks like almost like a drop shoulder, the way it comes down here, but it is in fact a raglan.
Hold it up.
It is in fact a raglan.
Yeah, so you can see it just here.
Yeah, and it's the best fitting jumper I've ever had, and I think I'm going to make another one.
And I'm going to bust her because she hasn't sewn in her ends.
So what happened was, because it was before EAYF and I needed to get it blocked and done before I kind of like tied all the ends together and yeah.
Busted.
I did this side,
Oh, did you?
but I was running out of time.
Oh yeah, you can see that side.
But I haven't just snipped the ends yet.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I did this and I love it. I absolutely love it.
When is the pattern out? I want to buy it because I want to make it.
I don't know.
Okay.
We've
We've already established that you don't know that. I've just asked you again.
in the next couple of weeks, I would imagine. So yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to make that. Or would you like to make another one?
I don't mind actually. I really enjoyed making it.
Yeah,
It's
maybe a
just
sample.
broken rib. So that's my Ribling by Laura Penrose.
So it goes that way around. So I have got a finished object, which is also a jumper, and it was at EAYF, but it wasn't finished. So this is my Gardengate jumper by Jennifer Steingas. You can see the colour work quite well on the screen, actually, can't you?
Yeah.
I think it's clearer on the screen than it is in real life. Anyway, so what I've done with this one is I've used a 4-week fade, and it was my Weather the Storm fade, and I've used my Cozy yarn, so it's slightly paler than if you got like the yak, it would be very, very dark. If you got the classic sock, it would be
Quite bright.
a bit brighter than this, and this is cozy, so it's a little bit softer, and obviously not as dark. So at the bottom you can see that I've got the green that I've used for the colour work. So I used week 1 and 4 for the top and the colour work, and then I faded the skeins all the way down to the 4th colour at the bottom there. And it worked so much better than I thought it would. I'm so pleased with it. I don't know where I got the idea from. I just had this idea and I was like, I wonder if it'll work. And I kept saying to you when I started it, I was like, not sure it's working. And I thought, you kept saying, didn't you? Keep going, just see a little bit more.
Yeah.
And I got quite far and I'd messed up on the colour work. So I got to row, must have been like 22, 23, something like that. So I was probably about here-ish on the colour work. And then it was, or round, should I say, not row. And then I couldn't figure out where I'd gone wrong because the colours were too close, and obviously you're looking at sort of just that row that you're working on. I couldn't figure it out where I'd gone wrong. I'd asked you to have a look, you couldn't figure it out either, could you?
Well, we worked it out that you'd done 1 row.
It was like 2 rows behind that was incorrect, that was making the pattern look really wrong. So I had to rip that back out, and that was back in January. So colourwork jumper, since mid-January, and I finished it like a couple of weeks ago.
So we're back.
We're back, sorry. That was about my garden, so I just had to take that. And I don't know where I got to. So obviously I think I said that I ripped back in
January.
and then I knit the whole thing since then. At EAYF, I think I'd done one sleeve, and then I was about here on the second sleeve, so I just needed to get that bit done and I just couldn't do it in time, so it was on the hanger, not blocked, but a lot of people saw it, felt it was lovely. So it's on my cozy 4-ply yarn base, as I said, which is 70% superwash, no it's not, 70% baby alpaca, 20% silk and 10% cashmere. So it is going to be a very, very warm.
Yeah.
It's going to be lovely. And it's like, obviously the colour work is basically double. So it's going to keep me very, very warm.
So are we going to be making more colour work jumpers?
You already know the answer to that. Possibly, but it won't be a regular thing for me. I'm glad I've done it and I love it. I just didn't really enjoy the process of colour work. So it does look good.
Yeah.
Yeah, just not my favourite. I'd rather lace or texture or cables than colour work. It's not to say I didn't enjoy it.
No.
It's not my favourite.
Yeah. So Shannon wants a couple of colour work samples done.
Yeah, I need to.
So we've come up with a plan. Well, not plan, but
you kind of came up with a plan, didn't you?
I said that I didn't mind doing the colour work yokes, but then I'd give it back to her so she could finish off the stockinette,
the body and the arms. Yeah, so that might happen. We shall see.
Right then, so my next finished object is using the same yarn that Shannon's done.
On a different base.
On a different base. So this is the second season sweater. It's by... I'll show you the front first.
Oh, I thought that was... Oh, okay.
No, so it's by Petiteknit, and it is... Yeah, so it's done in Shannon's 4-week Advent fade, held together with Suri alpaca in the
Stonewash.
No.
Name changed.
Not Suri alpaca, was blue jeans.
It changed. Yeah.
In Stonewash.
The name of the dye, it was blue jeans. It's been changed to Stonewash because the dye changed slightly. However, I managed to get a very, very, very close dye to it. So colour match.
Yeah.
So it was just, I had to change the name of it because I didn't feel comfortable calling it blue jeans. And if somebody then bought it later and it wasn't called, or it was called blue jeans and it would be a bit too different, I then couldn't do it. Yeah.
So yes.
I should have just left it as blue jeans and shut up.
So I used the Luxe, the Advent fade was on the Luxe base, which is...
For those of you who don't know what she said, she goes, I don't know. So it is 70% superwash merino, 20% silk and 10% cashmere. So it's a merino silk and cashmere blend.
Yeah. And then I used all of the first ball, all of the second ball, the majority of the third ball, and then I needed to get a tiny little bit of the fourth ball in. So it's just literally
like 2 rows of
about
ribbing.
5. I think there's about 5 rows.
So this is where, when you do fade, you need to do colour management, don't you?
I just wanted to make sure that I used all of the balls. I didn't want bits left over. Do you know what I mean?
I get it.
So I've got all of number 4 left and maybe 20 grams of colour 3 left.
Yeah.
And then the Suri alpaca. This one is due to come out in a couple of weeks' time because the deadline is next week.
I'm going to talk about the shaping.
I put bust darts in, and they are actually written into the pattern. So she does quite a lot of she herself is quite busty, so she always puts bust darts in. So if she's going to put them in for herself, she says she might as well put them in the pattern. So all of her patterns now are coming with bust darts. Some of them are coming with A-line shaping. Some of them are coming with all different options. So she's giving you how to adapt your pattern.
Yeah.
And this can either be, it's a DK weight, so it can either be done in one single DK colour or one single 4-ply and a mohair or something colour, or your strips.
4 plies held together or something like that. Anything that would make a DK weight.
And it just fades. Yeah, and I did the collar in just a DK weight blue because I didn't want the
fluff right
against the neck. But I've worn this quite a few times actually. It's really cozy, quite light.
Yeah. Especially when you then picked up the other one,
the Ribling. Yeah. So there's that one, and I've just got one more quick finished object, and it is quick. So I made the weekend hat by Petiteknit, and this hat is very, very long. It's very long, isn't it? So I did it in Drops Karisma in the violet something colourway. And what you do with this, it's a 1x1 ribbed hat essentially, and every so often you do, it's paid for pattern, so you do double knitting. So like you slip pearls and knits and then slip knits and knit.
I've never done double knitting before.
So what happens is it kind of gives you a couple of lines, and then it will actually gives you a fold line. It helps you fold it.
Okay, that's really clever.
Yeah, and so it's got a triple fold. You know what I'm like about
wind in your ears
and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. So you couldn't get this out of a 100-gram skein if you were going to do the.
You say it was DK?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So I used 130 grams of the Drops Karisma for this. But you could, I mean, it's so quite dense and so you know.
You wouldn't have to do double fold, would you?
Wouldn't have to do a double fold. I mean, I'd probably move to Canada in the depths of winter and be okay with this one. But yeah.
Are you gonna put it on?
No, because it's too hot. It's too hot. But yes.
I was cold when I first got it this morning.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, so that's my last finished object. And that's it. That's me.
Shall I do a whip?
Yep.
Okay. Well, I've got a whip that's leading on from my jumper, so I feel like this is a good point to do it. I'm gonna have to lift all this up. So excuse me. We don't have a table like we do at mine. So I am using my leftover yarn from my fade. So I've got colour. Oh, that's week 4. That's week 3. A little bit of week 2, and week 1's been done. But what I'm doing is I'm not using a pattern. I am literally just knitting for the sake of knitting. But it's also using my leftover yarn. So I'm literally calling it my leftover shawl. And I'm just fading the colours like I did in the jumper. So in the jumper, to fade the colours, I did alternating rows, whereas this, because it is designed to be a fade, I'm not alternating the rows, I'm just knitting until I finish that ball. So this is week 2 that's left. As soon as that's finished, I will then join week 3, even if it's mid-row or anything like that, because I had about 148 grams left from my jumper, and I didn't know what I was going to do with it. So because it was my cozy base, I don't have a lot of cozy yarn in my stash. If it was like the standard 75-25 or 100% merino or something like that mix, I've got quite a few of those, so I would have put it in stash until I decided what I wanted to do. But because I didn't, I was like, well, I don't know what to do. So it will be just sort of a crescent shape. It's really hard to show on these needles. So yeah, it was eventually it will be a crescent shape shawl. So it's just my leftover shawl. I'm not following a pattern. I'm sure there probably is one that does this. I might write it out if people are interested. It would only be free because it's just a recipe, it's not a proper pattern. And yeah, it's just my leftover shawl, and it's quite fun to do because it's simple knitting. It's one of those ones that I can take to knit group and just knit on it. I can sit there and chat to people. I don't have to think, and it's quite nice actually.
I've just remembered that we haven't done something.
What have we not done?
When you were talking about your shawl, I remember the Babbling Brook shawl that you did, and we put in our last podcast to comment in the comments what you think it should be called.
Yeah.
And you named it, didn't you?
Yes. There were so many good choices. There were literally so many good choices. So I have literally just called it Babbling Brook Green because it's greenery. It makes me think of a babbling brook.
Yeah.
And that is what I've called it. But I don't know the names. I can't remember all of them. There were a few that said babbling or babble. There was Brook Green. There was Brook.
So what we're going to do is we're going to do a random comment picker, and I will put the photo of the person that's won in here.
Yeah. And I was going to do one skein, but I think I might do two with a copy of the pattern.
Okay.
Yeah, so then you could make your own shawl. I feel like, so when I'm shopping for yarn now, I'm trying not to buy single skeins, because I buy single skeins, they sit in my stash, and I then don't know what to do with them. So I'm trying to do like 2 skeins or more, so then I could either make a top or a bigger shawl or whatever. So yeah. And I feel like I don't want to do that for somebody else. So you'll get 2 skeins of the Babbling Brook Green. I will dye up a batch because I can't remember from the top of my head that I've got 2 from the same batch. But I will make sure that when you get yours, it will be 2 from the same batch. And you'll get a copy of the pattern. So you'll just need to contact me and tell me whether you want it on Ravelry or via email.
Yeah, so what we're going to get you to do is I'm going to put our email address on there. It's norfolkgirlsknitting@gmail.com. Just get in touch with your postal address. We're not going to ask you for any money or anything like that.
Yeah, so if anybody says sign in, log in, sign up, whatever, we're not doing any of that.
We'll put the thing in, and so you'll know who you are, and then you can make your own.
Yeah.
Or not.
Yeah. So congratulations. Oh dear.
Right then. So I've got lots of rips, but I've only been working on 3, so that's why I'm showing them. And I showed this last time.
So I don't know.
So this is the Iris vest by Andrea Gaughan, and I'm making this. This was basically one of the vests that I'm going to make to wear under sweatshirts and things in the winter.
Because Mum's caravan can get quite cold.
Oh, it's not that cold now.
It's not now.
Do the heating.
Oh, so now you're paying for heating. It's fine. Okay.
So I think last time I did it, I think I'd only just joined under the arms. I've done about that much now of the body. You can see if I hold it sideways, you can see the bust shaping. It's quite good, isn't it?
It is quite clever.
Yeah. So I don't know if you can.
I've got strands attached to it.
I know, I've got wool attached to it. So there's the bust shaping.
It's quite clever actually.
So you can see.
That looks terrible. No, it'll look good when it's on.
And because it was so
it is ribbing, so look, it will
3x3 rib. Yeah,
it will grow.
Yeah. And so what I also wanted to do is I wanted to see if the armhole depth would come up by putting the ribbon on. So that's what I've done.
Yeah.
And then I've done about that much of the body. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the other arm ribbing on and do the neck, and then just use the rest of the yarn. So if it comes down
to your knees.
To my knees. It'll keep me nice and warm. So
you can have an underdress.
Yeah.
For the winter.
So if you hold that, it's done on 2.75 millimetre needles.
Oh gosh, that's a lot in knitting.
It is a lot of knitting. And it is done. And I
I love the way the colour works when you do that.
And it's like one of those, it's like interference. You know when the telly goes funny?
It's a snowy screen.
So it's Natural Dye Studio Sphinx sock, which is 100% British Falkland Merino, and the Dragonfly colourway. And I have to make an apology because I said that my friend Mandy gave it to me. She didn't. It was my friend Susan. So yes. So
so how much have you used so far?
So that's the end of the second ball.
Okay.
And
big are they? 50 grams or 100 grams?
100 grams.
Okay.
And I've just literally taken a little bit out of that to do the arm.
Yeah.
So I always had the intention that it will probably use all of it, purely because
you didn't want leftovers.
I didn't want leftovers, but I also wanted it to be long enough.
Dreaming of summer already. Oh god, it's turned it around. Little ice cream.
So yes.
And then we got a sheep there.
So what I did was I put that one there, the sheep one there, to see how much I could get done in a week. So I got down to there.
That's pretty impressive. On
2.75 millimetre needles. So it's literally
teeny tiny.
About that much.
A couple inches
a week. But I'm not going to be, it's not going to be a summer top, so there's no hurry for it. I'll just keep plodding along.
You could wear it as a summer top, but you don't really like shoulders, do you? Well, it's not that you don't like shoulders, it's you don't like your shoulders on show.
I've got scars on them now as well, so I don't really want to. So that was the Iris top by Andrea Gaughan.
I'm going to do this one. So, living in my number 9 redesign bag. This is a new cast on, so you haven't seen this. And I am using this yarn that Mum's going to kindly show you. So I haven't done much of it. And it's the Rico Designs Fashion Cotton Alpaca Fun Neps yarn. So it's a bit of a mouthful.
That trips off the tongue.
I know. So it's 38% cotton, 32% polyamide, 17% alpaca and 13% wool, with 13% polyamide. Why does it do that?
I don't know.
I wonder whether it's the neps that is like polyamide. I don't know. And this is going to be really, really fun because the colour names are 1 and 6. I don't know which one's which, but they were the 2 colours that I liked. And I did get them because I was planning on making a, is it the shift?
Yeah.
Cowl?
Yeah.
From Andrea Mowry. But according to the pattern and according to the yarn, I didn't have enough meterage. I know you said that you did it out of 2. And you were fine.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to risk it. So I cast something else on instead. And I haven't done much, but I've cast on the Flannel Crush Cowl by Samantha Guerin. So if you've been here a while, you may have seen that I've done the, what did she call it? Oh, it's the Grid Gambit cowl. So it's a very similar knit where you knit it flat.
Is it like mosaic knitting?
Yeah, mosaic knitting. You knit it flat and then you join it. So this will be the joining seam that will go around the back. And yeah, I'm quite enjoying it. I haven't done much knitting recently. You'll see why on my next whip, my next and final whip. But yeah, it's quite nice. It's very soft.
Yeah.
Did you feel the
Yeah,
fabric that it's
and
created?
it's really, really light.
Very light. Yeah, and those balls are only like 50 grams each, so I think I'm going to end up with quite a bit left over. Don't know what I'll do with the rest, but I just really thought it was fun yarn, and we bought it, or I bought it, in November last year. What was the shop called? It was the actual shop, it wasn't.
It was in Harrogate, wasn't it?
Yeah. Is it Yarn Etc.?
Yes.
Yarn Etc. Yeah, we were in there for ages, weren't we? Just looking at this little yarn shop. When we were on our little holiday in November for our little break.
We're going again.
We're going again. Same place. We're staying in the same cottage. Because the cottage was lovely. With proper open fire and everything like that.
They were so good. It's like, do you need any more wood? Do you need any more kindling?
Yeah. Woke up and it was icy as hell outside, but we were like really cosy.
Yeah.
Did a puzzle, read some books, did some knitting.
Did some colouring.
Went to a stationery shop, which I could have lost her in there.
She bought my birthday present.
I did.
When it was my Christmas present, she wouldn't let me have it for my birthday.
Yes.
And she gave it to me right at the end.
Yeah, she couldn't have it right at the beginning because you would have like ignored everyone else. But yeah, so that one's quite a fun one, and I'm enjoying that. That should hopefully progress a bit. I'll put down my other one.
Okay, so the next one. Hi, Nicola. This is a tea cake make bag.
We have been counting all of Mum's tea cake and make bags because she's got quite a few. A couple over there.
You can never have too many. So, because I finished my first weekend hat, I cast on another one. And I'm using Rowan Pure Wool Superwash.
Pure Wool Superwash Worstead is what it says. And it's 100 grams.
Yep.
Pure new wool. Okay,
Yeah.
I thought I said New Zealand then. I was going to get really excited.
So, yeah, so basically I'm only going to do one fold up on this one. And these are... So my mum always used to make hats for the homeless. She used to make 10 adult hats and 10 children's hats. They'd go to my sister-in-law and they would be sent off in shoe boxes with other bits and pieces with everything. And so mum was used to make these 20 hats. And then last year my sister made the 20 hats because
you couldn't knit.
I couldn't knit. I was out of action for 12 weeks.
Yeah, for your surgery.
And then so I thought, well, I don't really want to sit there and make 10 hats in one go. So every time I cast one off, I cast a new one on.
So you've always got a
we went
on.
Yeah, and we went through my yarn stash this morning, as we said, and I think I've got about
12 balls.
I think it's only about 8 balls.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Of the Superwash worsted in different colours. And you know, I wanted it to be wool because it's warm. But Superwash you can
throw in a washing machine if you want.
They're easier to care for and keep clean.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I just thought every time I cast one off, I will cast one on. So that's my second one.
Yeah. Nice. So my next whip is living in my Eldenwood Craft. I thought she had a label on the outside. No, she doesn't. She has the stamp on the inside there. So yeah, so it's living in my Eldenwood Craft bag, which I love, except it's white, so I don't often take it outside anymore. I mean, it is still looking a bit dirty, but I love it. She designed this fabric, I believe, and it went to EAYF for the first time.
Not last year, year before.
Yeah, so a couple of years ago.
I don't know what year that was. I don't know what year we're in now.
We're in 26.
24 then.
Was it 24 or was it 23? Because the first year at the showground was 23.
She didn't go to the first year at the show. I'm pretty sure it was 24.
Okay.
Might be wrong.
At some point at the showground,
Emma had a stall.
Yeah. Basically. And And if you've been here for a little while, you may remember, you may not, but I am working on crochet.
So we showed a few of the, you had only done about half a dozen last time, hadn't you?
Yeah, maybe. It was definitely no more than 8. I know that. I have now finished all the squares, and it's the Yorkshire Crochet Blanket by Mima Makes, but I don't know what her name is.
Mima.
We were trying to think. We were trying to think of the name earlier, and we were trying to find it, and we couldn't find it. So, Mima Makes. I've done all 24 squares. I am just going through and edging them all. I've done really random ones where I have edged other ones that I haven't, and as I'm edging them I'm also sewing in the ends minus the outside blue bit that I'm doing. So each
what we'll do is if you put,
I've got a photo where they're not edged but they're all laid out, so
yes,
we'll pop that in. And yeah, basically each internal square is a different colour. Some of them are similar, but they are all different. They are from a mix of different dyers. So I know that you've got, there's one that's Castle View yarns. I know there's Under the Olive Tree, there's the Dye Shack, there's Craft House Magic, there's a few Blue Fern yarn ones in there. Basically it's just random things from Stash, from...
Have you got any duckies in there?
I don't actually think I have got duckies in here, actually. I do have a lot of theirs in my stash. I know this one, for example, was mine. This was Zeus. And it was just a little bit left over. And then I'm edging them all in the ink colourway. It's supposed to be join as you go, but I'm just not clever enough. I can't do it. I can't do it. So I'm just edging them as per the pattern. And then I'm just either going to sew them together or crochet them together afterwards. So yeah, so we've got one, and each square, because it's 12 squares in the pattern, so each square has been done twice, and each one's got a tonal colour and a variegated colour. So that's square 1. This is square 2. This is also square 2, but the variegated. So I know that this one was actually Castle View yarns because I made a shawl for Jan out of it. So it's really nice. It's got some nice memories behind it as well. So some of them are minis, some of them are leftovers. This is square 3. I don't know if you can see all the bubbles on that one. Square 3 again. So I've done loads. I haven't been able to put it down for the last couple of days.
So on the,
I don't know,
variegated tonal one, because you can see it better.
Yeah. So you can see there is a sort of colour palette. It's surprisingly blues
and greens,
and greens, with a little bit of purple thrown in, and a random one that's been edged in the middle of the stack. I don't know why, it just is.
Is that ink, and you're going to edge it in ink?
No, it's not ink. This is from the mini set that was from Under the Olive Tree, and it was called Twilight Minis. So this one might be done again in a different colour. It probably will be done again because it's so similar. In fact, there you can't even tell the difference on the screen. It's very, very subtly different in real life. I don't know what colour this is, but I really like that one. So yeah, I've got another one that's been edged in the middle of the stack. These ones they look a lot smaller than the other ones, but apparently they need a bit more aggressive blocking. I haven't blocked any of them yet. I don't know if I will. It's just a blanket to go on my spare bed when I eventually buy the bed in my spare room.
My bedroom.
Yeah. So yeah, I've been really enjoying this one. I mean, that one's very similar on the screen, but in real life you can see the difference. You can
actually see the difference, yeah.
Yeah. That one you can't really see the detail, but that one I think you can see it a bit more. So yeah, I am quite pleased with the fact that I've done all 24 and I'm just edging them. I don't think it's going to be a huge blanket, more of a like a lap gown sort of size, but yeah, I'm really enjoying it. It's cool. I wouldn't recommend the pattern for a complete beginner. Some of it is really difficult to figure out where they're saying you need to put the stitch. If you understand the construction of a crochet square, you should be able to figure it out. But for a beginner, I wouldn't recommend this pattern. It is lovely, and there's a lot of the squares that's quite useful and quite easy to do, but there's some that's a little bit more difficult, like this bit, this stitch here. I don't know if you can see the arrows. I didn't like doing that. That was a nightmare. Well, I only had to do it on 2 squares, so it was fine.
Yeah.
There's a little bit there on that one. But yeah. So maybe we'll have a blanket in a while. I don't know how. It might not be next time. I probably won't show it again until it is finished.
Yeah.
Although we have got all evening, we can go and sit out on the front.
Yeah.
On your deck chairs and... Well, they're not deck chairs, are they? But on your...
They're chairs on my deck.
There, deck chairs. And then maybe do some more crochet.
Yeah.
So yeah, loving that one.
And then this is my last whip. So this is another test knit for Anniina Knits. It's called the Crystal Creek Tea. And I'm making it in Sandnes Garn Lena, which is
Or line, as I would call it.
it's very similar makeup to Drop Spell.
Oh, 53% cotton, 33% viscose, and 14% linen. I was trying to read the one that was not in English, which is why I went, oh, because I found the English.
And this is the Matcha colourway. And so it's...
Let me hold it back so you can see the...
So it's a t-shirt with some lace on the bottom.
It's very pretty.
It's also got some bust shaping here. Like I told you before, she tends to put bust shaping in all her patterns, so it's available there if you want to use it. Yeah, it's a bit. The thing with this yarn is it's a bit untidy looking until you've blocked it.
I was going to say it looks a little bit untidy for you because yours is usually really neat. It's not awful.
No.
I mean, you can't really see it that much on the screen.
So it's finished with an I-cord around the neck. There's an I-cord around the bottom. And there's an I-cord around that sleeve. So it's done in a long, like a traditional tee with just the lace on the bottom and short sleeves. But then she decided at the end that she was going to try and put long sleeves on and have the lace at the bottom. So at the sleeve, so that's what that one is. So I'm literally working my way down the second sleeve.
Oh, so you don't have long?
No. And it's not due until mid-May.
Oh, okay, so you're well ahead of the table there. Ahead of the table? I don't know. Don't ask.
Yeah. So it's quite a heavy.
It is quite heavy, actually.
So I think
how many balls have you used? Because it's 50 grams a ball, isn't it?
Yeah. So I have used. So that's the one that's off that one.
Yeah.
Okay. And I have used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's my 9th.
Oh, okay. So 450 grams.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite heavy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Still nice, though.
But I think it will be nice as a sort of like a nice top, jeans and a nice top.
Summer evening sort of thing.
Yeah.
Or even spring or autumn evening.
Yeah, so that's that one. I think Nancy from Knit Sip Happy showed hers in her latest podcast, and she's doing it in a bright pink.
Oh really?
Yeah. But I think what she's doing with hers is she's doing hers longer, and she is doing the waist shaping and the A-line shaping.
Yeah.
So
she likes A-line shaping.
Yeah. So yeah, be interesting to see what other people have done. But that's all my whips that I've been working on.
Yeah. So I think we're done.
Yep.
I don't think this one's going to be as long as usual. What's it say? 101.
And then we've got
a load of
we've
we've
got
got a
10
phone
minutes
call
to cut
that
out.
needs to come out of that.
Yeah.
That's not bad, is it?
No. So we hope I've got the door open.
You can hear the traffic
because it's quite warm in here. So you've had bird song accompaniment all the way through. We hope that hasn't been too annoying.
It's quite nice though.
Yeah.
I don't normally hear the birds because Bennett gets them.
Yeah, so it's nice. It's just there isn't a lot of traffic that goes past. The road is just over here.
Literally right behind it. It's just close, isn't it? That's
yeah, because I'm right in the corner plot. And I think I'm going to put some pictures in. Oh, ducks! Oh. So I came home the other day and there were ducks. I've got a tiny, tiny little pond. It's ridiculous. It's probably about that wide between two bushes out there. And I got back and there were 2 ducks and they were there for about 3 days.
You sure it's not just a giant puddle?
No, it's got like the moulded. Like
oh, okay.
Yeah, it is a.
Oh, random.
Yeah. So it's quite funny. So we don't have gardens, but obviously we have the land around the plots where we are, and they like it if we garden it ourselves and do what we want with it, because it means that they don't have to do quite as much, and so
it makes the area look nicer as well anyway, doesn't it?
Yeah, because people are taking, and so I've got a little woodland area, so I'll put another picture in. And what I'm going to do with that, it doesn't look like nothing on earth at the moment, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to put I've got some paving slabs, and I'm going to put them down, and I'm going to have a bench and my mum's pots and some of the plants that we took from the house around the bench, so it'll be my kind of shady woodland bit. Yeah,
lovely.
So quite enjoying that. And I bought a mini greenhouse at the weekend.
You've got tomatoes in there, haven't you?
Tomatoes, strawberries, carrots, beetroot, mini cucumbers.
It was something else.
Yes. Yeah, so I thought I'd have a go.
Why not?
Exactly. So
just remember, don't eat all the tomatoes off the plant, because when you'll then want tomatoes, you'll have eaten them all already. And don't do what you did to Susan.
But with the strawberries.
You're going to have to tell them now.
I used to go once a week. I used to go and stay with my sister at her place, and she'd grown some strawberries in these strawberry pots, and I used to get there about half an hour before she did because I finished work earlier. And I got to her house and I was looking at her pots, and there's this massive, really ripe strawberry on it. Only one.
It was a new plant, so give it a year or two and then you get more.
And so I was there for half an hour before she got home, and I'm like, she's only got one on there. Shouldn't really. But I ate it.
But then Susan got home and she was so excited.
She said, I've got to show you something. I've got to show you something. And she went and she took me over to this pot. And she looked at it and she went, oh, the birds must have got it.
Did Mum correct her?
No. She doesn't watch podcasts either. So. She'll
Might tell
never
us
know. She'll never know.
She was so proud that she'd grown this giant strawberry and you'd eaten it.
It was lovely.
So naughty.
Are you saying that you wouldn't do the same?
Oh, totally. But I'm your daughter, so I still feel like that's your fault.
Right.
Anyway.
We hope you're enjoying, or we hope you have sunshine wherever you are.
Yeah.
And that you're enjoying it. We are aware there's lots going on in the world.
Yeah.
We're hoping that whatever you do with your crafting or anything like that is bringing you joy.
Yeah.
And that's about it from us. We'll see you in about.
I think it's about 5 weeks now.
Yeah.
4 or 5 weeks.
4 or 5 weeks. And you haven't got any shows before then, have you?
No, I've got one just after, which is the big flock.
Oh yeah, so Shannon's going to the big flock. And I should probably go too.
Anyway,
so we'll see you soon.
take care of yourselves.
And happy crafting.
Bye.
Bye.